came out of nowhere with his hotness. She did a cartwheel to a split. The unspoken thing is she is the best. But I'm genuinely just kind of bored. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Mackenzie, and for today's video, we are doing week 2 of Dancing with the Stars, Elvis. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Mackenzie, and for today's video, we are doing Dancing with the Stars week 2 recap, and this week's episode was Elvis night. So I just want to talk about a couple things before we get started in the video. So I woke up and my eye was swollen and red. So I don't have my contacts in, I don't have my glasses on. So we're just gonna pray. We're just gonna pray that this video comes out good and that, you know, I don't have lipstick smeared all over my teeth or I don't have something on my face because I won't be able to see. And I can't really see you guys. So, you know, this is all just about the feeling. This video, and we're just gonna have, you know, the vibes are gonna be great, and we're just gonna cross our fingers that when I go to edit it, it's not a big mess. So like, hopefully I'm in frame, hopefully everything is good. I feel like I am. I kind of checked it, you know, I'm blind. I have really bad eyesight and I don't know what my eye's doing, but it is getting better. I will say the swelling's definitely going down. I put eye drops in and it is going down. So that is good. We are good. We are great. I won't always do these videos so late after the episode premieres, but I was in Nashville this past week, so I didn't have time to record a video or do anything like that, but I did. And then last week I actually had a stomachache. So like, just things keep happening. So hopefully I have the plan to upload tomorrow. So I'm gonna edit tonight, get it up tomorrow for you guys, and then the next following weeks to come, I'm gonna try to film and get this video up at a more sufficient time. You know, the next thing I wanna talk about is thank you so much for the people who viewed my last Dance with the Stars video. It means so much, and it definitely makes making these videos more worth it, and it's just fun. I love reporting, I love talking. If you know me, you know I love talking. And I'm just excited to do this for you guys and to talk every single week about the Dance with the Stars episode. I love this stuff. So buckle up and get ready because tonight's theme was Elvis night. I love theme nights, and I also would like to make another little disclaimer that I wrote notes this time. So I have notes galore to talk to you guys about. First, we are going to talk about the opening number. So the opening number was all the cast members dressed as Elvis, and then the 60s, you know, poodle skirt girls dancing with alongside Elvis. So fun, so good. I would love to do stuff like that. It's so fun. It's like, I don't know, it's fun because the people who don't get to make it to TV, like the pros that don't get to make it to TV, get to be in these numbers, and I think that's really cool because they're so good and they're so fun. So the opening number was one of the best numbers I think I've ever watched. I think it was so good, and I loved it. So A+ on that. So what they did is they broke the episode up into different stages of Elvis Presley. So the first stage was young Elvis, and then we went to Hollywood Elvis, and then Las Vegas older Elvis was the last group to go.
It goes something like this.
Jesse James Decker and Alan.
If you're looking for trouble, just look right in my face.
So Jesse James and Alan did a foxtrot to Trouble. So I feel like this was so good. It was such an improvement to last week. I feel like last week she came out and she was very, not clunky, but I forget what I said. Like, it was very just like kind of all over the place. Like grace. I feel like I said she lacked grace. I feel like this week was way more grounded, way more to the floor, way more working on gliding through the movements, instead of like stomping. It was very, 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 very good. So I loved that. And I also loved her son Forrest, was so cute. And if you guys see the videos on Instagram, they're so cute where he was being Elvis. Such a cute family. I loved how they included him at the end. She ran up to him and, you know, hugged him and picked him up and hugged him. So I thought that was really, really cute. And so I also really loved her outfit. She had the two-piece leather outfit going on. It looked so cute. Her hair in a high tease ponytail, curly. So, so cute. And I think they got a score of 25 out of 40. So I think that was an improvement, I'm pretty sure. So the next couple to go was Jordan and Brandon, and they did a quick step to Hound Dog.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time.
Hound Dog is one of Presley's most famous songs. It is what was kind of the soundtrack, like the main theme soundtrack to the new movie that came out with Austin Butler, Doja Cat's version. That was so good, and I just feel like Jordan is such a bright light that even if she's not a bad dancer at all. But she's not the most best dancer, but her attitude and her positivity, and she's just such a bright, shiny light. Like, her smile is so, so sweet. I feel like she's gonna go a long way. I do kind of feel like it didn't really look all that different. She definitely improved score-wise, and we'll get to that, but I feel like as much as like her movements, I feel like just all look kind of very similar to her first dance. And also, the judges made this comment as well. She kind of had more of like a loose frame. So she's got to work on that. But for the most part, like, I feel like she's just such, I don't know. Also, I did want to know her outfit choice. So I feel like unless you are a pro dancer and you're really, really good, sometimes long dresses don't work out to your benefit. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes when you have short dresses and your legs are showing, the extension of the legs and the movement of the legs lend to the dance, and they make you look very, very much better, even if you don't look that great, if that makes any sense. I feel like sometimes long dresses don't really like pay off for you if you're not a professional dancer and you don't know how to exactly do the moves and do the sharpness and all the things like that. I love her, and she got a 27 out of 40, which is a big improvement, I'm pretty sure. Okay, next couple, Sam and Cheryl. So they did the Viennese Waltz to Heartbreak Hotel.
Found a new place to dwell, yeah. I did so long, baby.
I also do want to say again, the sets on this show are amazing, especially for Elvis Night. Just so good. Like, seriously, I need to look up the set designer because you deserve a huge raise. It's so good. I just feel like he is so precious. Like, I just love him. And I think a lot of America feels like that too, because he's so different. Like I said last week, I said he's so different than the previous elderly people that we've had on the show, because he just comes with so much oomph and like so much confidence and like vibrant. Like, he brings a lot, I feel like, for his age. And I like don't want to keep saying like for his age, but it's so true. Like, it just is. But I just feel like he's precious. And I also feel like he looks a lot better too. Like, his frame was more upright, and they got a 26 out of 40. He's just cute. Like, I want him to stick around because he's like a little dumpling. I also want to talk about how I feel like Cheryl is in such a better mood. I feel like she's more smiley, she's more in it, I know she has struggled with some addiction issues in the past, so I don't know if that has to do with anything. And I do know she's going through divorce too, I think. So maybe she's just like let me get this toxic part out of my life, and now I'm like shining. Okay, next couple, Shangela and Gleb. They did the quick step to shake, rattle, and roll. When it came on, I was like, what? Stop, drop, and roll? My sister was like, shake, rattle, and roll. I'm like, okay. Like, I don't know all of Elvis' songs, so I didn't know that one, so don't come for me. I know.
Get out of that bed, wash your face and hands.
I loved Shangela's outfit, the poodle skirt. I love those vibes. I feel like 50s. While I was in Nashville this past time, I actually went to a 50s diner, and it was so just fun. You feel like you're transported right back in time to when times were a lot easier and just a lot more simpler, and people loved each other way more, well, than they do now. I thought it was kind of funny because they panned to the audience when Shangela was performing, or when she was getting ready to perform or something, and it was Abby Lee Dance Company, and it was just like, what? Why is Abby Lee Miller in the audience? Is there some connection there that I don't know about? Let me know in the comments. I feel like, again, she's so entertaining. It's just entertaining. I mean, she just brings the star power. I will say it was, like, when it started off, I was like, oh, because it was a little off timing. Like, Shangela got a little ahead of herself and definitely performed over the music. And I think she was just so excited. She just kind of, like, was a little, it was like a hair step more than Gleb. But they got a 28 out of 40, so they did well. So next couple, Teresa and Pasha. So they did the jive to All Shook Up.
What's so wrong with me? I'm itching like a man on a fuzzy tree. My friends say I'm acting wild as a buck. I'm in love. I'm all shook up.
Which I feel like is another very, very famous Elvis song. I feel like in this dance, she looked more alive and more like, okay, I got this. Like, I got the reins a little bit. I got week one dance out of the way. Now I'm going to come and perform and just really enjoy my time. So I really, really loved that. I will say she was a little ahead. Again, like Shangela was, she was a little ahead of the music. So the jive, you do a lot of kicks and bends and things with the footwork is really important during the jive. And there was a lot of points where she didn't quite move her feet the way I think it was supposed to be. So it was kind of just like, it was just like almost like spasms in her feet. Like, it wasn't like full movements of like, this is where it's gonna go, like this footwork goes here. It was more just like little flicks and not like big, moments like it's supposed to be, and how like you could see Gleb doing it. Didn't quite match with Gleb, didn't match up with Pasha, not Gleb. But they got a 23 out of 40. I feel like it was a little higher than last time, but still on the lower end, I feel like, of the scale. She talked about how she used to watch Elvis with her dad when she was little, and her dad had passed away when she was young, so this dance went out to her dad. And then it kind of wasn't the best, so I felt a little bad about that, but yeah. And we are going into the first couple, which was Daniel and Britt. So Daniel and Britt did a jive to, I'm not sure what song it was. I didn't even know what song it was when it was playing on the show.
There's a man in New Orleans who plays rock and roll. He's a guitar man with a great big soul.
I thought this dance was really special because he has two moms that he's really, really close with. He was adopted at 2 months old, and he kind of was relating to this week in a special way because Elvis was very close with his mom, and he was like, I'm really close with my two moms. And like I said, he was adopted. So I just think that is in itself is really, really cool, and definitely showed in his dance. He is amazing how he can stay on beat. He again is the one who is deaf, fully deaf in both ears, but he can feel the beats of the music, and I just think that is so cool. I also want to talk about the interpreter a little bit. To be an interpreter is such a cool, amazing thing. I have no idea how they do it. I don't understand how they know what ASL to do as the person's talking, because they don't know what they're gonna say. It's really, really, really crazy. And if you know an interpreter or you are an interpreter, you're awesome, but also comment down below like how that works. I feel like that is so, so cool. And I also thought it was cool because the stars of Coda, which was the movie he was in the audience cheering him on. And I just want to note that Britt is such a good dancer. She's a newer pro, but she is so good. She was in the opening number during like the Lizzo part in week 1, and she's just very good and electric. I love her. And they got a 29 out of 40, so they got a really good score. I think it improved a lot. I actually think they got a 27 last week, so I got a 29 this week, improved by 2 points. Any score going up is in the right direction, so that is really awesome. Okay, so my favorite dance of the night was next, and that is Gabby, Wendy, and Val. So Gabby's the Bachelorette. The season finale has gone and passed, and she's with Eric, and I love them. I wanted them to be together so bad, so I'm so excited. I was thinking, is he going to be in the audience? And he totally was in the audience. And they did a Viennese waltz to I Cannot Fall in Love. Like, come on, are you serious?
Only a fool's rushing, falling in love.
I just thought it was so good, and something really vulnerable of Gabby, because Gabby is such a goofball, like to the extreme. She uses humor a lot. This was a way to really let down her guard and dance beautifully. And then it was funny because at the end of the dance, it was supposed to be a cute moment, and it still was, but it was just kind of funny because I've said many times I'm weird. Eric was like in the audience. He was like standing on the floor when she was done. It turned the camera and it was like him. And she went up there and kissed him and hugged him, and it was such a sweet moment. So I'm really, really happy for her. Really, really happy for her. I just feel like I am always mesmerized by her beauty and her outfits and just the way she carries herself. I love her, and I just feel like she looked very elegant. Her dress was beautiful. Everything about that dance was gorgeous. And they got a 32 out of 40, so they got the score that Charlie got last time. So, 32 out of 40, highest score of the night on the leaderboard, so that is really awesome, and I feel like it was very much deserved. Okay, next dance. I am so excited for this one because Vinnie and Coco, they did the quick step to Viva Las Vegas, so that is also another huge hit of Elvis.
Got a whole lot of money that's ready to burn. Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas.
Last week, we know it was embarrassing. It was really hard to watch. It was really, really hard to watch. I was like holding my breath for this dance, and I was just hoping, like, please be better, please be better. And he delivered, like, he fully delivered, and he got in full character before. He was like Elvis to the max before the dance even started. He looked more confident. He looked like a total different person. It started out and it was already better. I was like, oh, thank God, he did so much better. So first week was definitely just the nerves and the unfamiliarity of ballroom dancing. So I feel like from here on out, he's going to be better. And one of the judges, Carrie, also said that he was her favorite Elvis of the night. So I was just so excited because he had said, like, last week was so embarrassing and he feels bad to get the lowest score of the night. And so I'm just so glad that he came back and he totally wowed everybody. Like, he really did good. And he was so entertaining with also being into character before the dance. Like, he really took that dance and just said, I'm Vinnie Guadagnino and I'm coming back for vengeance, because he did. And he got a 27 out of 40, which is 10 points higher, because last week 17, this week 27, so most improved. Like, he won the trophy for most improved for sure. So that takes us to our next couple, Charli D'Amelio and Mark Ballas. They did the quick step to Barca Nova Baby. Charlie is a beast. She's so good. Her two-piece costume, it was very islandy. It all just looks so good. She's right on time with Mark. It does look like it's two pros up there dancing. Like, she's just that good. I loved it. I loved the song. I loved the set. I feel like the islandy vibes were just very, like, loved it. And I also feel like, and let me know if anyone else feels like this, I almost feel like the judges have to come up with critiques for her because they don't want to play favoritism, because obviously the unspoken thing is she is the best. So the judges have to think of something to critique her on. And of course there are critiques because everyone is not perfect. But it's just funny because I feel like if they just want to be like, oh, that was amazing. But they can't, because there's competition just started and they can't be like, well, you're amazing, and then let everyone else just be like, okay. But they got a 32 out of 40, same score as last week. Highest score of the night, tied with Gabby and Val. So we'll see. We'll see what else happens as the weeks go by. So the next couple is Selma and Sasha, and they did the Jive to Jailhouse Rock. So if you guys remember Selma's the one who was diagnosed with MS in 2018. If you guys watched her dance from this week, I'm so confused. In the package, she talked about how she was really nervous because her body can shut down at any moment. Her body can just give out on her. And she's doing the jive. So with the jive, it is so quick that you don't remember what move is coming next. So you just have to rely on muscle memory. But with her, she was nervous because her body can shut down at any minute, any moment. So then that made us as viewers, well, me, nervous. And so I was like, oh my gosh, she totally came out. She did a cartwheel to a split. As she went into the cartwheel, I was like, oh my gosh, please don't give out. Like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And she totally did a cartwheel to a split. What? That was amazing. Like, amazing. I'm so confused. Also, their costumes were amazing. Like, they were in jail suits, and they kind of had a little dialogue before the dance began where they did a little scene. They acted out a scene in jail behind bars. So that was really cool. I feel like they were so much in character, and it just really lends itself to a really great dance when you can also act in the dance. I feel like that creates another element that just, you know, elevates the dance itself. I totally gasped when she did a cartwheel to a split, but overall, like, the dance was so good. I'm like, what the heck? They got a 28 out of 40. So they did amazing. Moving on to the last group is Old Elvis, also / Vegas Elvis.
Won't let our love survive, oh no.
Thank you. Thank you. Whew. Thank you very much.
Cheryl and Louie, so Cheryl Ladd and Louie, and they did a tango to, I don't know what song it was, but again, I will put it right here. They did a tango. So what I'm about to say, I feel really bad saying, but I'm genuinely just kind of bored. She's beautiful. It's nothing against her. I'm just bored.
All of this aggravation ain't that impacting in you. A little more pride, a little less.
But they got a 21 out of 40, so definitely the lower side of the scores. I think they might have decreased. I feel like they had a higher score last week. So next couple, Joseph and Daniella. So Daniella actually tested positive for COVID the night before they were supposed to go on. Another dance pro, Alexis, had to learn the dance the morning of, literally the performance, the morning of. She learned the entire dance. That is so impressive.
There must be lights burning brighter somewhere. If I can dream of a better land, come true right now.
Like, what? She fully learned the dance from the morning. I'm like, okay. But I feel bad because Daniella is my favorite female dancer, so that is a little sad, but I think he'll be back. I think she'll be back. But they did the Viennese waltz to an unknown song. They looked really good together. I feel like it looked very cohesive for just kind of partnering up that morning. Looked very cohesive. I also feel like he danced a lot more grounded. Last week I said he was a little bit like chunky dancer. He was a lot more softer with his moves. He still has to work on gliding through the movement, but I feel like as far as like, you know, the grounding, I feel like he's got a lot better. Like he really, really improved from last week. Also, he had to dance with a mask on because he was in contact with Daniella, which I think should boost him up a point. They got a 24 out of 40, which I feel like they deserved higher. Okay, so next couple, Heidi and Artem. Love Heidi, that is Charlie's mom. They did a foxtrot to We Can't Go On Together, and I feel like it was a big improvement from last week. I feel like she was more comfortable in herself, more confidence exuded from her. She smiled a lot more. She looked just more in her element.
Oh, that our love survives. I'll dry the tears from your eyes.
I will say that I'm still waiting for that like unleashed moment though, because I feel like she is definitely still holding back. I feel like that just comes with it's early in the season. As weeks go on, because we've seen couples like that before where they are more timid and then they just come out one dance and totally change. I feel like that's going to happen with her, so I'm excited to see that. She was hoping to get at least 1-7, but hopefully more, and she got all 7, so that was awesome. She got a 28 out of 40. Okay, next couple, Trevor and Emma. They did a rumba to Always on My Mind.
Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. You were always on my mind.
He came out of nowhere with his hotness. I mean, he's a good looking guy, but I was not like, wow. This week I was like, oh, wow. And they look like, what's going on there? But wow, and even the judges were like, wow. Yeah, he came out and was just totally like, whoa. His shirt was like unbuckled. I don't know. It just looked nice, and they look nice. Emma's such a genuine soul, so I root for her. He danced with so much grace, passion, like sexiness, like all of it combined. It made for a really good dance. I mean, it was so funny. Like Bruno scattered along the judges table. He was like, meet me in my room. And then Len said to him, last week you were a caterpillar, this week you're a butterfly. I feel like that is so true. It was so weird. It was like, that was the transformation that we're waiting for Heidi. Was like, I don't know, Trevor just came out and was like, wait, I got this. And for someone, like, he's the one who said he had a fear of dance, and he totally is wowing. Also, they were like, was that like acting? Was that a really good dance because you really acted? And he was like, like I don't feel like it was acting. I feel like him and Emma have severe chemistry. Carrie's score would have been an 8, but she gave a 7 because there was the lift in the dance. I hate when that happens, but they got a 30 out of 40, so they still did good. I think they're like 2nd place on the leaderboard, so that is awesome. And yeah, let's move on to the next couple. Our last and final couple was Wayne Brady and Whitney. They did the jive to Burning Love. So I loved this. I loved how they started out the dance in black and white, and then once this dance started going, they turned it to a warm toned, like on fire type of, like almost sepia, but like brighter. He is so electric. I've said it before, like he's gonna go far. He's definitely gonna be in the finals. He's so entertaining, so fun. He reminds me a lot of Alfonso when he was on Dance with the Stars and he won, so we'll see. But yeah, and also Wayne was also complaining of his knees really hurting, and for his knees really hurting, like he didn't look like it at all. He did amazing. Like they did so good. And I just feel like he always brings it. I feel like he picks up things really, really quick. He picks up the choreography like no other. And also I feel like with the choreography, I feel like he just has the extra mile. Do you know what I mean? Like he has the extra go-getter attitude as he's doing the moves. Like he's not just placing the moves, like he has the attitude, the facial expressions, like everything with it. And it really just makes for a really good dance. and ending the dance with "thank you very much" was such a good touch. Loved it. Derek also said he had the best flicks and kicks of the night, like very clean in the jive. Like I said, he used a lot of footwork, and yeah, he had the best of the night according to them. And they got a 32 out of 40, so they were tied with Gabby and Val, Charlie and Mark. They're all tied at the top, and let's talk about the bottom two. Before the voting started, Derek also said, practice does not make perfect. Practice makes progress. And I feel like everyone here had progress tonight. Even the ones that are already good dancers are good. And then the people who aren't as good as dancing are very teachable. And they're learning like every week. I mean, it's only week 2, but since last week, like they've learned and they've progressed a lot. And that's really all you can ask for from someone who's never danced before. So that in itself is really, really cool. The bottom two was Teresa and Pasha, and Cheryl and Louie. So what happened was there was a tie, it was split in the middle, and the head judge is Len, and he always is the deciding factor of who gets to stay and who goes home. So it was split down the middle, Teresa and Cheryl, and then he sent home Teresa and Pasha. You know, it was the night that she was kind of giving a tribute to her dad, so I feel bad about that, but also last week I did say I feel like Teresa will go home next week because she was in the bottom two the first week as well. So sorry to see Teresa go home, but we'll see. I feel like I'm going to make my prediction this week that I feel like Cheryl will go home next week. So this video, like I said, will be up on Friday, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more content. Today's subscriber shout out goes to Daniella Burns. Thank you so much. You are a new subscriber. Thank you for sticking around. You subscribed during my Dance with the Stars video, so I hope you continue watching as we go through this journey together. And yeah, thank you to everyone who subscribes and to everyone who sticks around. It means so much. Hello and welcome to my new subscribers too as well. And I hope you stick around. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.